So this film itself is just kind of magical. I mean, of course we have Mank and the story, but just the idea of that Hollywood and everything that happened to bring us to here. I mean, what was your first thought stepping into that era?
Well, it was kind of amazing how authentic everything felt because when you have that kind of when you have that kind of those the quality of people working on this movie, you just kind of feel like you're in back in time. I don't know. It's never something I thought I was going to be able to do. It's a dream role for me, probably for a lot of people, just to step out of my shoes like in that big of a way. But it was a big responsibility to play all these people that existed, and you want to make the most of it and you want to show them in a really beautiful light.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit about Marion Davies?
She's a really effervescent, hilarious, very brutally honest woman. And she was a movie star, and she was a talented one. And she was the partner of William Randolph Hearst. And a lot of people that know of Marion Davies kind of base it on Susan Alexander and Citizen Kane, and that's not who she was. So this is a great opportunity to show a different side, the really cool human side of Marion Davies.
For sure. And those old Hollywood sets too. What was your first thought when you stepped onto those old sets with the huge lights and like all of the things that David tried to make real for you?
I thought how much more difficult could things have been for people. I mean, when the photographers were shooting Marion, and when she's leaving the studio, when she makes her exit, the light bulbs pop and they have to clean it up and put in another light bulb. And I was just thought, God, we've come so far in technology that it takes out some of the art. And I thought that was interesting. It was just an experience I never would have had otherwise if I hadn't done this movie. So it's pretty magical.
And can you tell us about, I guess, when did you first meet Gary? Was he already in the role? Did you meet him before he had started to kind of, I guess, deliver Mank?
I actually met Gary about 9 years ago, maybe.
I mean, during this
And
process, but yeah.
we worked together, but yeah, no, Gary, we had a lot of rehearsals before any of us really. I think Gary had been working on Mank for much longer than anybody else because I know he'd been attached to this movie much, first, but he was still trying to figure out his place in Mank, and it was really fun. The rehearsal process was really fun because he knew what he wanted to do, but I don't think he was there yet. So it was really fun to be a part of his exploration.
That's very cool. And how would you explain Mank first when like someone asked you about the story itself? Did you point to Citizen? Did you what did you do to kind of explain to a friend who asked what Mank was?
I kind of explained that it was the backstory of the making of Citizen Kane. That we're discovering this other person who didn't really get his full credit. People don't really know much about this man who was behind the first draft, the ideas, his experience with these characters. I mean, it was all drawn from his life. It was Herman Mankiewicz's script that became Citizen Kane through the hands of Orson Welles, and I think that is more fascinating than anything.
Thank you so much. I thank you for this, and I think everyone's gonna love this film.
Thank
More
you
importantly, I
so
hope you are healthy and well wherever you are.
Same, back at you. Thank
Have a
you.
great day. Pleasure.